Hello, it's Tamsin here with your latest weather trends. And while I came bearing the good news that the weather was getting warmer last time, I now feel like I'm bearing the better news that it is cooling down. So a welcome respite, I'm sure, for most of us after seeing temperatures in the high 20s alongside some pretty high sticky dew points. So through Saturday, we're going to be seeing spells of showery rain around, generally well scattered showers crossing the UK and Ireland. Some sunny spells between two, particularly so later in the day, we're going to see more of that sunshine developing. A cooler day than recently too, with temperatures generally in the high teens, perhaps low to mid 20s in a few spots, but generally quite a few degrees lower than what we have seen in recent days following the heat wave. Now a similar situation with the temperatures on Sunday, again staying on the cooler and fresher side of things, but more unsettled. So some wet and windy weather on the way, particularly for Ireland. We're going to be seeing some heavy spells of rain push into Ireland through much of the day. And with that, there's going to be some pretty strong winds gusting around 50 miles an hour along the western coast, particularly around Belmullet. Now through the day, that rain will progress eastwards into parts of Scotland, northwest England as well. Not quite as heavy as what it will be across Ireland, but still that rain pushing in and generally then disintegrating before reaching anywhere further south and east. And those blustery winds will also be occurring in these places too. So generally a dry picture further south and east, avoiding the worst of any rain, but still staying on the breezier side and fresher side of things too. And then through Sunday night heading into Monday, another round of heavy rain pushes into Ireland. So quite a lot of rain on the way through Sunday. And then the rest of the week, we're going to continue to see low pressure generally in the driver's seat, particularly for northern and western areas. So low pressure systems driving in from the Atlantic, mainly affecting northern and western areas, bringing spells of rain, blustery winds at times, while southern and eastern areas do generally tend to avoid the worst of that. There will be some drier interludes on the whole, but generally staying more unsettled for the north and west and more settled to the south and east. And as for temperatures, they are going to be fluctuating as well, generally above average, below average. It's going to be quite a temperature roller coaster over the coming week. And there is still quite a lot of model uncertainty too, with some models suggesting that next weekend could become warmer again, with others suggesting it hovers around or a little below average for the time of year. So on the whole, a pretty changeable outlook. I'll be keeping you updated with the latest, and don't forget to keep your eye on the weather radar. I'll see you next time.